Cheating ex-wife wants me back after 11 years divorced. Wow. So funny how when I met my ex-wife over 20 years ago, she told me that the most important thing she wants from a man is loyalty. She was big into zodiac signs back then and would claim, her being a Taurus, she was very loyal and expected that from me. I remember her dissecting our zodiac signs, making sure we were compatible. I never got into any of that. I think it's just an excuse for people to act a certain way and then blame their zodiac sign for it. There could be some truth, but some people stretch it too far. I met Nadia, my ex-wife, in 2004 at Harvard campus. Neither of us attended, but there was a group gathering inviting people all over to attend and sign up for the Facebook that was launched by a student, Mark Zuckerberg. We didn't meet him, but I heard he was a nice guy. It was in one of the halls, and there were a ton of people there socializing, and everyone was signing up for the Facebook, known as Facebook now. I actually attended a different college, not an Ivy League, and so did Nadia. Anyway, Nadia and I talked and got to know each other very well that event. We lived only 50 minutes from each other, so exchanging numbers was okay with both of us. We talked for months before going on a single date. It was fun, and eventually we made it official. We both graduated from our school in 2006 and married in 2007. Had our one and only child in 2008. Nadia got her lady parts fixed so we couldn't have children anymore. We both were okay with one. I love my boy, and yes, he is indeed mine. For about 3 years, things continued to be great in our marriage. I always put my wife and son first. After our son, my wife worked part-time to be there for our son and care for him. Made complete sense, and I was all for it. At 4 years old, she put our son into daycare. Initially, she wanted to go back full-time, but she just stopped working, claiming she needed a break and was exhausted. I made enough to care for us all, so it wasn't a big deal financially. But when I'd start coming home to an unkept house, it was when the issue started for me. She didn't want to cook, and I'd come home to carry out bags that she had eaten earlier. She was eating out often and doing absolutely nothing. So I thought. I found out she was doing someone, actually. A guy she met during a delivery. We ordered new furniture, and I guess she and one of the delivery drivers took a liking to each other. According to text messages, this man was delivering to my house quite often, and I'm not talking about more furniture or appliances. When I discovered all of this, I was blown away and terrified. I was scared my son actually wasn't mine. He looks just like me, but you just never know. If she's cheating now, she could have cheated before. When I confronted her about the cheating that she was doing in my home, she apologized for it and fell to her knees and pretended to cry. Not a single tear dropped from her eyes. My wife was full of crap. She begged me to stay with her, and I'm going to be honest with you, true story. I considered staying. You guys, I'm sure you all heard of that "it's cheaper to keep her," right? That was my thought. If my son was mine, not only am I on the hook for child support, but she doesn't work. What if she claimed she needed alimony? Which she did. I consulted a lawyer and told him everything and my worst fears. I got the DNA test done. Son was mine. I got tested because I have no idea if she used protection. I was good. And my lawyer prepared all of the necessary documents to serve my wife. She got served at our home, and she was not happy. She begged for us to attend counseling. I told her it's not going to help. I'm done. Once she finally got the picture that I was leaving her, she turned evil and told me since I was being a jerk, she'll show me. I ignored it and did as my lawyer told me. Went no contact. My lawyer kept up to date with everything, and sure enough, she went for alimony. She wasn't able to work according to her, and she even applied for SSI, claiming having the baby injured her. She also didn't want me spending any alone time with my son and even referred to him as her son instead of our son. She told me I only produced the juice for him, but it's her son, and she had every right to keep him from me because I am a danger. She claimed that I put my hands on her several times. I degraded her verbally and mentally abused her. She flat out lied on me and tried to make me look like a villain. If I did all of that, then why would you not divorce me, but I divorce you? And if you were so terrified of me, why would you have the gall to cheat on me inside my own home? She obviously was lying. My lawyer understood and prepared me. During our divorce process, the judge ordered full custody to my ex-wife, and I was not able to see my child unless supervised by an approved person. According to the judge, he just wanted to be safe and protect my child. Complete BS, man. For 7 months, I saw my child with someone there to watch and supervise. If none of you have never been through that, consider yourself lucky. Anyway, we eventually divorced and I was ordered to pay child support. I was okay with that. And I had to pay spousal support for 3 years. Also, during these 3 years, my wife attended a therapist and I had to pay for that also. She kept the house. I got nothing. And basically, I was told to man up. It's what I signed up for. Honestly, I accepted that. I did sign up for it. I chose to marry her. I chose to get married. I didn't allow this to send me into a depression. I got into the best shape of my life. I now have 3 streams of income and I am very happy. After the divorce, I did get to see my child every weekend without someone monitoring us. In 2016, spousal support ended and miraculously she was able to work again. She was all healed up mentally. Apparently, her income wasn't enough to handle the rising taxes on the home every year. Yeah, it's a fixed mortgage, but taxes jump every year pretty much most times. She also managed to buy a BMW while I was paying spousal support. She lost that car and ended up selling the home. You think I saw any of that money from her selling the home? Nope, none whatsoever. She moved her and my son into a 1-bedroom apartment. And within 2 months, started crawling back. I have the text messages still in my old phone. It went like this though. Nadia, hey, I know you said to not text you or call unless it involves our son only and specifically, but I miss you and our son does as well. Me, I talk to my son often. We talk or text every day. We are fine, and he knows I'm always here for him. As far as you, please stop missing me. Nadia, you've always been a rude piece of crap. I know you still think about me and wish we were married. Me, nope, not at all. Nadia, then why haven't you remarried or gotten a girlfriend? Are you gay? Me, F you and stop texting me. Nadia, I'm sorry, listen, let's just try it out. We don't have to marry. We can move in with you and let's see how this goes. I'm still in love with you. 5 minutes later, Nadia, what do you think? 6 minutes later, Nadia, hello, why aren't you answering me? 2 hours later, Nadia, F you, I'll make sure you never see my kid again. That was in 2016. My son was 8 years old. And my weekends with him never ended, and I talked to him every single day till this day. She tried crawling back because she's bitter, broke, and desperate. She thinks I haven't dated since her, but I actually do have friends. That's as far as I would take it. I don't want the marriage thing anymore. It just isn't for me. I just don't prance women around my son like she does with different guys. My son has told me that she's had 3 different men and they all eventually left her. My son told me she wanted the last man to take care of her and she gave him an ultimatum. Provide for her and her child or leave. My son, he didn't see him the next morning and he never came back. I think she wanted him to move into the home and pay everything. That guy said, F that. No way. My son said it was a bummer because he had gotten pretty close with the guy's son. 2016 wasn't the only time my ex-wife tried getting back to me. Just recently, my son has expressed how he wants to live with me. Of course, she is against it and believed I put him up to it so I wouldn't have to pay child support. My son also said he wants to live with me throughout college. She claims I'm trying to rob him of a great college experience and is talking him out of it. This woman then tells me, well, if I can't come live there also, then my son will not be coming. My son says living with his mom is depressing. She constantly complains about me and talks about how horrible I was to her and him when he was a baby. All complete lies, and my son doesn't believe any of it. He knows who the basket case is. It doesn't look like I'll get custody of my son. He accepted it, but tells me he will come and live with me throughout college. I really hope so. My son wants to be a lawyer, but he's studying communications and pre-law in undergrad. That's the plan. He'll make a great lawyer. I pretty much just ignore my ex-wife. She says things when we're together because of my son, or she'll reach out with her bull crap. I ignore it. It doesn't bother me much anymore.